Hi, this is the first video in the series for journal entries on dissolution of firm. Let's go to the first example sum. Example sum 1. Pass the journal entries for the following at the time of dissolution of a firm. Solution. Journal. Date / serial number. Particulars. LF number. Debit rupees and credit rupees. The first question, sale of assets rupees 50,000, journal entry, bank account debit to realization account, amount 50,000 rupees, narration being assets sold. Second question, payment of liabilities rupees 10,000, journal entry, realization account debit to bank account, amount 10,000 rupees, narration being liability paid off. Third question, a commission of 5% allowed to X, a partner, on sale of assets, remuneration given to partner X, journal entry, realization account debit to X capital account. The commission amount 5% on sale of assets, which is rupees 50,000. As per the first question, sale of assets is rupees 50,000. So the amount rupees 2,500 being commission allowed to partner X. Fourth question, realization expenses were rupees 15,000. The firm had agreed with Amit to reimburse him rupees 10,000. So remuneration given to Amit rupees 10,000, journal entry, realization account debit to Amit capital account, 10,000 rupees. Narration being remuneration allowed. The second part of the question, the actual realization expenses rupees 15,000. It was to be borne by Amit, but it's been paid by the firm. So Amit capital account debit to bank account, 15,000 rupees. Narration being expense to be borne by Amit, paid by firm. Next question 5. Z, a debtor whose account of rupees 6,000 was written off as bad debts earlier, paid 60% of the amount. So amount realized, bank account debit. 2, realization account. The amount 60% of 6,000 rupees comes up to 3,600 rupees. Narration being bad debts recovered. Next journal entry, 6th question. Investment, the book value is rupees 10,000, realized 150%. So 150% of 10,000, rupees 15,000. Amount realized from sale of asset, bank account debit. 2, realization account. Rupees 15,000. Narration being investments sold. The 7th entry, realization expenses rupees 10,000. The firm had agreed with Krishan, a partner, to reimburse him up to rupees 7,500. So for the remuneration given, 7,500 rupees, realization account debit. 2, Krishan capital account. Amount of remuneration 7,500 rupees. Narration being remuneration allowed. Second part of the question, the 10,000 rupees realization expenses to be borne by Krishan, but it's paid by the firm. So it's Krishan capital account debit. 2, bank account. 10,000 rupees. Narration being expenses to be borne by Krishan, paid by firm. So these are the answers. I'll remove the split. We can view all the journal entries together. Let's go to the second example sum. Example sum 2. Pass the journal entries for the following transactions at the time of dissolution of the firm. So let's begin with the solution. Journal date / serial number, particulars, LF number, debit rupees and credit rupees. First question, loan of rupees 10,000 advanced by the partner to the firm was refunded. Partner's loan to the firm is an internal liability. So we open a separate account for that and pay him off. So journal entry for the same, partner's loan account debit to bank account. Amount of loan paid 10,000 rupees. Narration being loan borrowed by firm from partner paid off. Second question, X a partner takes over an unrecorded asset, a typewriter, for rupees 300. So asset taken over by partner, journal entry, X capital account debit to realization account. Amount of asset taken over 300 rupees. Narration being typewriter taken over by partner X. Third, undistributed balance, debit balance of profit and loss account of rupees 30,000. The firm has three partners, X, Y, and Z. Debit balance of profit and loss account refers to profit and loss account coming the asset side of the balance sheet, representing an accumulated loss. So it needs to be written off among the partners X, Y, and Z. The ratio is not given, so we'll assume it's equal, and it's 1:1:1. So we need to write off P&L account debit balance in 1:1:1 ratio. So it's X capital account debit, Y capital account debit, Z capital account debit, to profit and loss account. ₹30,000 written off in 1:1:1 ratio. So against partner X, 10,000 rupees, partner Y, 10,000 rupees, and partner Z also 10,000 rupees. Narration being accumulated loss written off amongst partners in profit sharing ratio. Question number 4. Assets of the firm realized rupees 1,25,000. So amount realized from sale of assets, journal entry, bank account debit to realization account. The amount realized rupees 1,25,000. Narration being assets realized. Question number 5. Y, who undertakes to carry out the dissolution proceedings, is paid rupees 2,000 for the same. So remuneration given to partner Y, journal entry, realization account debit to Y capital account. Amount 2000 rupees. Narration being remuneration allowed to partner Y. Final question 6. Creditors are paid rupees 28,000 in full settlement of their account of rupees 30,000. So paying off liability, journal entry, realization account debit to bank account. We need to write the amount as the amount which is paid for the liability, not the book value of the creditors. So it's 28,000 rupees. Narration being creditors paid off. The journal entries are done. I'll remove the split. We can view the answer fully. Let's go to the third example sum. Example sum 3. Pass necessary journal entries for the following transactions on the dissolution of the firm of P and Q after the various assets other than cash and the outside liabilities have been transferred to realization account. So let's begin with the solution. Solution, journal, date / serial number, particulars, LF number, debit rupees and credit rupees. First question. Bank loan of rupees 12,000 was paid. Loan borrowed from bank, external liability, needs to be paid through the realization account. So journal entry, realization account debit to bank account. Liability paid off rupees 12,000. Narration being bank loan repaid. Second question. Stock worth rupees 16,000 taken over by partner Q. So partner taking over stock. Journal entry Q capital account debit to realization account. Stock taken over 16,000 rupees. Narration being stock taken over by partner Q. Third question. Partner P paid a creditor rupees 4,000. So liability taken over by partner, realization account debit to P capital account. Amount of liability taken over 4,000 rupees. Narration being creditor taken over by partner P. Fourth question. An asset not appearing in the books of accounts realized 1200. Sale of unrecorded assets needs to be done through the realization account, bank account debit to realization account. ₹1,200. Narration: being unrecorded asset realized. Fifth question. Expenses of realization ₹2,000 paid by partner Q. So does not say who has to bear the expense. So we assume that the firm was to bear the expense. So expense borne by firm paid by partner. So it's realization account debit to Q capital account. ₹2,000. Narration: being expense paid by partner Q on behalf of firm. Sixth question. Profit on realization ₹36,000 was distributed between P and Q in 5:4 ratio. So transfer of gain on realization, journal entry, realization account debit to P capital account to Q capital account. ₹36,000 to be divided in 5:4 ratio. ₹20,000 against partner P and 16,000 against partner Q, being gain on realization distributed amongst partners in profit sharing ratio. The entries are done. I'll remove the split. We can view the answer together.